My name is Buddy Glass, and I'm here to talk about my friend Pat Pritchard. Uh, Excuse the COVID beard. Been 18 months, I guess, since I had a haircut or shaved. In the 11th grade, 1966, I moved back to my hometown of San Antonio. My dad was Air Force, and we lived all over the world. And I was born here, but we didn't come back till I was in the 11th grade. And I enrolled they enrolled me at Highlands High School over on the southeast side, working class neighborhood. And I had gone to 12 different schools by the time I was in the 11th grade. I was always the new kid. We lived, like I said, all over the world. And it was really kind of hard to make friends. Most people, when you go to a new environment, they have their own cliques formed, and I don't know, they don't like new kids. I was always a new kid. Um, but when I met Pat, he was different. He was a different kind of guy, man. He was so open and friendly and welcoming. We clicked immediately. It was kind of phenomenal. He was like me, just a real person, and just I I loved him immediately, and he loved everybody. Everybody loved him. He was that kind of guy. So this was the '60s, right? And we did a few mind expanding experiments, shall we say, and not a lot, but on occasion. And the last time I saw him, as a matter of fact, was in San Marcos when he was in a freshman at, it wasn't called Texas State then, but in San Marcos. And I went up there with some experiments, and we went to see the Beatles' new movie called Yellow Submarine. What a trip that was, and I will never forget it. And it was in a theater downtown San Marcos that I had been in many times. I spent the first and second grade in San Marcos, and so I'd been in that theater many times, but I hadn't seen it in all those times, all those years. And so that was quite an experience. After that, we kind of drifted apart and went our own ways. I mean, that's what everybody did. And went to the Four Winds, and after about 45 years, this was around 2012, I think, we hooked up again on social media, and we picked up immediately right from where we left off, like we had been talking the day before. It was astounding, the rapport we had, and the, I don't know, the love we shared. He I have a lot of friends in my life. I've met a lot of people, but only a select few did I love like Pat Pritchard, and I consider him my soul brother. He was a real human being. He was incredibly deep and loving and caring, and everyone loved him. Um, he came to San Antonio a few times with Leslie, and another time with Leslie and Sean, and we went with my girlfriend I took him to Rudy's barbecue, the best barbecue in Texas, out on 151, and we just connected at a level that I can't even describe. I don't feel that way about very many people in my life, and I can count them on one hand where I had that kind of a connection. And he was just a very special guy. Um, I just want to say his joy and his serenity is what I call it. He was like a Buddha. He was just serene and joyful and kind of accepting and not judgmental. He is a very special man. And that joy and that serenity kind of spilled out of him and touched all those around him. I want to say my heart goes out to Leslie. I can't imagine what you're going through, and Pat's family and Sean, everyone else, all his friends. We all loved him. If you knew him, you loved him. And the world is a less warm place with him not in it. Um, his he is missed, and he's again So, brother, miss you, Pat.